hate public speaking. Just the thought of standing up here in front of you guys terrifies me more than my 80-year-old grandma giving me a ride to school in the morning. And that's kind of saying a heck of a lot considering she's unfortunately been illegally blind since the age of 12. Like everybody else in this room, my brain immediately started to work the very moment that I was born. But unlike everybody else, my brain immediately stops every single time I'm forced to get up out of my seat and give a presentation. Lucky enough for me, I actually remembered to bring my speech, which will help me tremendously while getting through what is about to be the longest 4 minutes of my life. It's not the long process of coming up with a topic or the hours you put into your speech to get a good grade that makes me hate it. It's the speaking part. Before coming up here, I was sitting in my seat, giving myself a little pep talk, telling myself, I will go up there, I will present, I will not be nervous, and I will do great, while also constantly tapping my foot, biting my nails, crossing my fingers, and praying to God that I was not next, to see if I can maybe put off giving the speech for just one more day. I contemplated for a while about not writing a speech at all. I thought about taking an F on the speaking part of the speech just so I wouldn't have to stand up here in front of you guys. And then I kind of remembered that taking an F would start my English grade off with a big fat 0, so here I am. I think it's kind of strange that I'm so scared to speak in front of you all when you're all my close friends. But possibly the fact that I've known you all for over a year is the reason I'm so terrified. See, I'm so worried that while standing up here and speaking, I'm going to lose my place and have to awkwardly fumble through my papers or just say something completely stupid. Because I know Bumper will bring it up in aerospace and Tyler will remind me of it periodically until the end of the year. But that's what close friends do. I have never considered myself to be a funny person, and although my speech is in the entertainment category, I have no intent on making a single one of you laugh. I also have no intent on informing you on something you knew nothing about or persuading you to be a better you. I simply wanted to come up here, ramble on something long enough to get a good grade and fast enough just to get it over with. I have a feeling that most of you have come up here or will come up here with no fear at all of giving a speech. For the ones of you that ramble through your speech without a hint of nervousness, just know that I am jealous. Surprisingly enough, studies show that in America, public speaking is the #1 fear. Number 2 being death. Now, does that really make sense to you? So if I understood this correctly, and let's say we're at a funeral, the average person would rather be the dead body laying cold in a casket than the person giving the eulogy. 2 years ago, my grandfather's funeral, I decided I was going to play the ukulele and sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow. I did, and now that it's over with, I'm very happy I made that choice, but during the time, I would totally have agreed with my statement. If you talk to me long enough, you will notice that I am a very fast speaker. Sometimes I'll be speaking so fast that my mind can't really keep up with my mouth, and instead of speaking words, I end up speaking some form of gibberish. It really starts to sound interesting if I start laughing at the same time as well. At home, while practicing giving my speech in the mirror, I made sure that I would present at a much slower speed. I could lie and say that I'm presenting at this much slower speed to ensure that every one of you is understanding exactly what I'm saying. But in reality, I'm really just trying to run this clock out. Now that I'm pretty close to being done and seconds away of sitting back down in my seat, I can say I'm much calmer because the hardest part of my speech is already over. I'm standing more still, sweating a little less, my butterflies have flown away, and I no longer feel like crying. Before I awkwardly run back to my seat, feeling super insecure about everything I've just said, I want to know that you all understand one thing. If you think my speech is terrible, pointless, useless, maybe even stupid, wouldn't blame you if you did, I just want you to know that I kind of intended it to. I needed to ensure myself that even though I started writing this speech the day it was due and turned it in 2 days late, that there is still no possible way that my speech could place. because the only thing I could hate more than giving this speech would be having to give it twice. Thank you very much, and good luck to the rest of you to go.